Time to get a hold on your money portfolio.
Yes, are you holding it like
Hold
this?
it tight, yeah.
Our great friend of the show, investment advisor Bryan, joins us to talk about the financial forecast for 2022. We welcome her back to Virginia this morning. JB, always a delight.
It's so good to be here, and I love our topic, like this opportunity to talk about the financial outlook for 2022. I just saw a business headline and it said inflation, rising interest rates, and the Federal Reserve could whip stocks around in the week ahead. I said, wow, our discussion this morning is right on point. So
Okay.
Did you say lift those stocks or
rip?
whip?
Whip.
Whip. She said rip.
Whip them.
Whip
Tear
it
'em
good,
up.
okay.
Whip in a bad way. I know, I tell you. So, but that was the headline. And interesting though, Jessica, think about it. It did not mention COVID-19.
Oh.
Well, you would
Did
think that
not.
would be the top thing to consider. So
That
what are
is
we
talking.
looking at?
So, but I do believe that COVID-19 will continue to be a distraction, I should say, that for the marketplace, because it's very unpredictable and tragic. You know, the pandemic is still a primary driver in the financial markets, especially through 2021. So it may not make headlines this week as its impact on the market, but it definitely will continue through 2022 to either help us increase our confidence in feeling that, okay, we're getting through, we're doing okay, and we're surviving COVID-19, and the marketplace is a little bit more predictable because of how well we're handling it. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, but definitely we'll continue to look at the impact of COVID-19 and its influence on the financial markets.
JB, you mentioned that it's still in the headlines. In the news this morning, I saw where President Biden has appointed 3 new people to the Federal Reserve Board. That was
right.
a headline this morning. So talk about making headlines. And the Federal Reserve has a big influence on what's going on with money.
That's right. And the chairman of the Federal Reserve is actually doing a presentation to Congress tomorrow about the decisions that the Federal Reserve has made during this pandemic. And so that's going in, of course, it's going to be asked, like, what are you going to continue to do going forward? Because the Federal Reserve in March of 2020, that was the last time the Fed cut interest rates to that extreme level. Well, the first time was in 2008. It went down to somewhere between 0 and 0.25. The next time was March 2020. So, it's going to be a discussion, I'm sure, about how is this going to impact the marketplace and employers and their ability to grow their business if we move the rates forward too quickly, and how are you going to approach this also because of inflation? So all of this is going to be discussed, I'm hoping, tomorrow when, like you said, the Federal Reserve is doing a lot of changes, but also I think that the biggest part about this discussion is that our viewers at home are getting a discussion about things that we just look at market news and we think that it's just happening to us. But this discussion actually is saying, think about COVID-19, think about the Federal Reserve, think about inflation, and is this going to get better? Because I agree with most business reports that it is the home prices and vehicle prices and even energy that's pushing the inflation up so much. So as supply, and we have more vehicles and more homes available, catches up with demand, this inflation will subside, but it may take a couple of years for us to see a correction in the prices.
It's interesting
for these durable goods.
JB, as you say, consider all of those things. I feel like if you consider them too much, you want to bury your head in the sand. But with looking from the perspective of those home prices, the vehicle prices, and when that correction happens, I was going to ask a super novice question of, this is the time of year we are looking ahead and kind of trying to set the stage, wrap our arms around it. Is there a time of year that this settles in, so whatever change is going to happen happens? Or we just
Beautiful question, but no. In my over 30 years that I've been in financial services, I always expect the unexpected. Great point. And I think that we need to make sure that our finances are always designed for our specific risk tolerance and your individual financial goals. So no matter how great an opportunity looks, if it's not within your risk level, or if it's not providing the long-term perspective that you need for your family and your portfolio, you need to reconsider having your portfolio set up that way. So it's a good time, all the time, to find a trusted financial advisor and discuss things like tax law changes down the road, inflation, your risk tolerance, the Federal Reserve moves, and COVID-19's influence on your financial life.
We got 10 seconds. So we started with COVID-19. We're going to finish with the Great Resignation and unemployment.
Now you have 5 seconds.
Now you got 5.
The good thing is that the Great Resignation does not hurt our unemployment numbers. So soon, hopefully, the people who have lost interest in the workplace will re-enter down the road. But when you resign, you do not qualify for unemployment. So they're resigning for other opportunities or resigning to start their own business, but they're not resigning to get unemployment.
Okay.
Two separate bubbles.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
JB,
That's
great
right.
talking with you. Thank you.
Great talking with you. Have a wonderful week.
Good information again today.
Absolutely. JB keeps us on track, and she offers free weekly money seminars and webinars every Wednesday and Sunday evening. You'll find a link to all the information, WTVR.com/VTM.
Stay tuned. We're coming right